السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم أخوكم سادية جيمنج، وإن شاء الله اليوم الحلقة السادسة من ذا ويتشر 3 بلود واين. اليوم إن شاء الله بنكمل عشان ناخذ آخر عناصر المشروب اللي بنشربه عشان نعرف مكان ديدلف وينه، أو نشوف الذاكرة مالته، الميموري مالته. فاليوم إن شاء الله بنروح ناخذ دم فامباير، يكون لازم تهيج، فما عندنا فامباير إلا صاحبنا ريجس، فلازم نهيجه عشان ناخذ منه دم. فبنروح نشوف هالمغامرة ونشوف شو يصير وياه.
Regis.
There you are. Might we set off for Teshamudna now?
See no reason to dawdle. Teshamudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Teshamudna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
هذا خوش صندوق اللي فوق، خلينا نمرها مرة ثانية.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout, fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. A great many beings have breathed their last here.
عشان نعرف إن مرينا هني إذا صار أي شيء.
glyphs are carved into the rock, coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
بس احنا قاعد ناخذ درع ما شنو هو.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciating you see this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
اعتقد درع كل شيء مثل هذا عندنا اياه كامل، حتى عندنا سيف بعد. نشوف شنو هو. يمكن ما حطوه هني درع كامل الا منه فايده. زين هو اقل من اللي انا لابسه، بس مقاومه طعنات الهروات، نزيف القطوع، شنو مقاومه الضرر الذي يحدثه الوحوش. هذا بعد يؤدي قتل الخصوم الى استعادة الحيوية مقدار الحيوية التي تقوم باستعادة تعادل 1%. وهذا درع زين شنو خش عندنا احسن كامل. لا معاه بعد قناع. شوف وين القناع اللي توسع؟ قناع على لونه ما وين خذيته ما راح. بعد عندنا لون احمر جديد شوف شكله. اوه بس ما عندي الا 2. خش لما يصير عندنا 4 نحط. لو حاط لي زيت حق مصاص نار.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock, live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively there.
اوكي الحين بنحط اطعم تبي ينادي الوحوش عشان
Place the
نذبحهم.
bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
بتصير طق مفاجئ. هذا شكله هذا مخرج.
3 done. 1 left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so.
زين خلينا نشوف شنو عندي انا من لان بيوني مصاصين دماء وايد. خلينا نشوف عندي زيت حق مصاصين الدماء. لو عندي زيت حق مصاصين الدماء وايد احسن. هايبر. لا مصاص دماء. اوكي عندي مصاص دماء. مصاص دماء محسن. عندي مصاص دماء فائق. زين على الأقل عندي محسن، أحسن إذا ماكو شيء. أيوة.
It's clear to Novigrad.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
صارت يا الربع صارت.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I hurt you?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow. I smelled the blood. Hold on, I'll let you out.
خلصنا.
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you anymore.
وهذا رفيجنا بعد. يلا الناس يقولون نق صاحبك.
Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
والله ما قشمه.
Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Deadloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would in a heartbeat.
شنو الطريقة الثانية اللي انت تمشي عمرك بهالعذاب عشان ما تستخدم الطريقة الثانية؟ شيء عجيب.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him, still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse, cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Dettlaff I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Dettlaff.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with?
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
اوكي والله عرفنا وايد اشياء صراحة من هالمستخدم. فاحنا بنروح فالحين بنروح نشوف القصة، بس ما راح نروح حق مال الأحذية على طول. بنروح أول شيء حق مكان البيت اللي عطونا إياه، فبنروح نشوفه. خلصنا جزء الحين من القصة، فبنروح نشوف البيت مالنا نشوف شنو صار عليه، وإن شاء الله ننهي حلقتنا هناك بإذن الله. نشوف احنا حنحاول. ايوه هذا البيت مالنا، هذا الدشة اللي هي الأميرة أو الملكة مالتهم هي اللي عطتنا هذا البيت. فراح نشوف شو يصير ويانا وشو نسوي فيه، أو إذا كانت في مهام هناك لازم نخلصها، فخل نروح نشوف. هذا احنا وصلنا، نروح نشوف. وهذا اللي يحط الدرع، خلينا نحط الدرع. تنسى خذينا شكله كويس. ها هذه هذه الحين قاعد تاكل من هديناها.
A pleasure to welcome you once again to the as yet humble confines of Corfo Bianco. When last we met, I did not get the opportunity to present my credentials. With your permission, I shall do so now. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
If I trust a woman,
Been a
remember
major
this.
domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
هذا البيت الأخضر بيت هذا.
If I only could, Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look
قررت
beautiful,
بيصير شو اسمه
especially comes
تاجر
Don't
واين.
look at all bad now either.
حركات. ليش حاطين هذا البيت؟ هم حاطين البيت هذا لك انك انت خذيته لان هذا خلاص مثل ما قلت خلاص قرت هذا
Down
اخر
below
جزء
lies
إليه.
your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
عنب. فهذا اخر جزء وتشر 3 اخر جزء حق جرت من الايام الجايه ان شاء الله اول جزء الرابع على الكلام اللي قالوا انه في وتشر جديد.
Nice, well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it
قاعد
ran
تشوفون
dry
انتم
long
اخر
ago.
حلقات
During the raucous
Witcher,
feasts Master
the
Boreas
hair.
held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Boreas ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
The beast! You smelled the soiled armor at once.
Monsieur Boleus's wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
تمام. يعني اذا بغيت شيء حق خيماء او الكيمست اذا بسوي جرعات ولا شيء هي هني انا راح اكون زارع اشياء كلها اشياء نادره يعني فممتاز.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
هني ورد وهذا حتى الورد زين حق القنابل وحق الجرعات.
The Dutch is small, but do you
Then
know
خلص.
any who's not heard of our wines?
I've a daughter, you know. She's fit to wed. Oh, so fit.
روتش.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
It's enough to drive you batty.
اي
You
يستاهل
smell
يستاهل.
that? Those are the vapors of Tucson.
Follow me, please. The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
هني اللي ذبحنا البروكس اول شيء.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Follow me, please.
اوكي خلصنا جولتنا الغريبة. بس والله كنا زينة، يعني اقدر ازرع هاربس حق الخيمة، اقدر اسوي لي زيوت واسوي لي قنابل واسوي كل شيء. خلينا نشوف داخل شو يصير.
On the left is the
حق
master bedroom.
القنابل وهذا.
On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
فمثل ما قلت لكم اقدر ازرع نباتات حق الخيمات زينة، ورود حق القنابل وحق زيوت مرات وايد زينة. فاشياء وايد راح تفيدني هني غير الاشياء يمكن نلقى ولا اي كان يصير. طبعا تقدر تخزن هني دروعك، سيوفك، حتى اني سويت سيرش انك تقدر تسوي بعد الفراش. هذا ما جربته طبعا، لعبته وختمته من قبل عشان اتاكد كل شيء شنو فيه قبل ما نبلش نقعد ساعتين ثلاثة ندور على شيء. ف السرير اذا نمت يعطي سرعة حق الحصان وقوة حقك زيادة من الكلام، وراح نلقى بعد مختبر تحت يكون.
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
أول شيء.
Most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
اوكي خلي هذا بعدين راحتنا. بس انتم مثل ما انتم شايفين نسوي شغله بعد يومين يصير. فان شاء الله بالحلقه الجايه طبعا عندنا الفلوس واليومين هذه نقدر نسوي اللي هو نتامل ونطوفه. ففي الحلقه الجايه ان شاء الله راح نخلص كل شيء بهالمرحله ونضبط البيت لاحسن نوع ان شاء الله ونشوفه بالحلقه الجايه. كان معاكم ساقا جيمنج، لا تنسى اشتراك بالقناه ولايك وكومنت، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.